What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mystic Raven. All right, so just got done watching Microsoft's E3, and there was a lot of really good, informative information. There's certain things I wish I would have gotten more out of, but there was a lot of really good information, especially with xCloud and the Xbox Game Pass. So the Xbox Game Pass is now available for PC. Cloud beta is now up. And the amount of titles and the tie-in together with Xbox Live and Xbox Game Pass and PC capability is amazing. So watching this conference was very informative, like massively informative. One of the biggest highlights for me, though, was the announcement of Phantasy Star Online 2. Phantasy Star Online 2 is an MMORPG that's already been launched in Japan. It isn't even accessible in United States. But the thing about Phantasy Star Online 2, it has a multi-platform and cross-play capability already associated with the game. And that's between the PS4 and the PC audience. Because that's what Japanese players utilize for their platforms in Japan. And when Microsoft announced it coming to Xbox, knowing that it's already, and it's basically said it's crossplay. Like at first I'm like, is it going to be crossplay with PC and Xbox? What about PlayStation? Because it's already available on PlayStation over in Japan. And I understand those servers are going to be isolated potentially, but if it's crossplay, are we there? Are we there? And when you go check out the website, it's even available for Nintendo. So now I'm kind of like, this could be interesting. All of this could be very interesting because tomorrow is Square Enix announcement, right? What we're going to see with Square Enix. And I'm really hyped up more now than ever because Shadowbringers is already a cross-platform game as well that's available on PlayStation and PC. And could we literally be seeing this announcement tomorrow from Square Enix? I don't know. There's been negotiations, and I'm kind of like, anything's possible. But tomorrow, I've been saying, if there's going to be an announcement, it's going to be at E3. If we don't hear anything, we can, pretty much guarantee that we're not going to see anything. But I'm hopeful more now than ever. I am way hopeful more now than ever that if we're going to hear anything, it'll be tomorrow. If we're going to see this merger happen, and if this is going to take place, even though it wasn't announced on Microsoft stage, it's more than likely going to see something occur tomorrow. So I'm hopeful. I'm very, very hopeful. I know a lot of people have been trying to beat me to certain things and whatever, but I'm saying it's Square Enix's, baby. It's gonna be, if it's gonna be an announcement, it's gonna be tomorrow. But it was nevertheless kind of interesting because xCloud has got a lot of deals going on with a lot of developers. And to see how the Game Pass and the xCloud are going to be integrated, and especially with the how xCloud, you can use your new Xbox as basically like a server. Basically it reminds me of what PlayStation does now, how you can access, I have a little mini device that I can connect to my PlayStation, right? And I could basically turn my PlayStation on anywhere in the world and stream my games to this device. Unfortunately, it's not very reliable, but I have it. And it's very nice because it connects through my PSN account. So ideally speaking, we see the same kind of implementation that's going to be happening, that we've already have this with Windows 10, how you can, basically remote access using Windows 10. So basically, in my mind, that's the same principle. We're getting a remote access to utilize the console from a server perspective to access, to host games. And I thought that was amazing. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. But it's taking it up to the next level, obviously. Especially with the Game Pass and all of these new features. So I found it to be very, very informative. And some of the hardware specs that they were, talking about, like DDR6, and some of the trace capabilities of the new Xbox, very impressive, but it makes me question, why do I want, if Xbox now is going to have all this accessibility, why do I want the new Xbox over my PC? Now, I imagine if I don't have a PC, it has that advantage. But Xbox made it so beautiful for a PC gamer and potentially my mobile accessibility in the future. It's like I want more service for the Microsoft. And I just feel like Microsoft has hinted in today's conference that the future is about accessibility and crossplay. And regardless, if you buy their Xbox, you want to take advantage of their service. And I actually agree with that. I think because of these announcements and the way xCloud is going to be designed, Stadia is going to get burnt because how many titles are associated with the Game Pass and the Xbox Cloud, the xCloud. So I'm pretty stoked, even if I don't decide to get the new Xbox, about maybe accessing the Xbox services. It's just too good to pass up for what you're getting. You're getting way more bang for your buck. And I'll be honest, man. Just to be able to play it on the devices I choose, whether, like I said, whether or not I purchase another Xbox, is just tempting. It has too much temptation associated. Just to dismiss the services they're going to be offering the PC gamer, and who knows, Nintendo and all of that accessibility. There's a lot. So I'm hoping by tomorrow we hear something more definitive. Like I said, if we don't hear anything tomorrow from Square Enix, we can pretty much bet that the deal didn't go through. Now are we going to get details? Why? No. More than likely we're not. Everything will be speculative. But if there was a deal struck, I can assure you it's going to be on Square Enix stage that this is going to be announced. Because we know we're going to hear more about Final Fantasy VII. We know we're going to get some other future maybe DLC content. We know that Shadowbringers is Final Fantasy 14, and maybe some of the 11 special announcements are going to get announced tomorrow as well. So I really look forward to hearing what Square Enix has planned for the rest of 2019. I honestly think from a developer standpoint, this is their year. They've come such a long way, and they deserve it. And hopefully by tomorrow evening at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, or 6 p.m. Western, we're going to get a definitive. All right. All right. I'm going to keep checking to see if there's any messages. I'm pretty pumped up. I'm really hyped. I'm pretty ecstatic actually about all the news that I got from Xbox. A lot of game coverage. Some games a little bit better delivery than others. I'll admit, but the simple fact that Xbox has such a play. I think in this E3 conference, they were definitely showing the diversity behind, their service. And if it was that they were going for, they succeeded. And to get Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk was simply amazing. damn it. No way I'm stepping into that shit. Done. Got done. All right. Looking good. It's coming. Tank here for the bonus. Sort of sucks. DPS. it was good. It was good, but I wish, like I said, I wish there was a little bit more, about, you know, they did say next year Halo's going to also be with Xbox. So I think that's cool. But once again, if we're going to see the like Game Pass, we can anticipate that Halo's also going to be released at the same time for the Game Pass. So whatever platforms the Game Pass is on, we're going to have access to Halo, which is cool. Like I said, I think it's all about the service. More and more. I think they put a lot into the hardware, without a doubt. I mean, just from the specs that they were, saying was going to be integrated into the new console, the next gen console, it was impressive. But I kind of see, a new way of why certain companies are trying to disassociate themselves with just restricting access to one platform. And I honestly think the more you hear from Microsoft, they really went above and beyond to capture what it's going to be like for the future of gaming. I think they did such a good job making sure not to alienate the crowd like Blizzard did last year. So kudos to the entire presentation. It was captivating. It released enough information to, get people hyped up, but at the same time not divulge too much. And I feel like that was something that Microsoft did really well. They really honed in on that. They really gave, and Google should be scared. For Stadia, I just don't think, once again, it has the content. It just doesn't have all of the accessibility that Microsoft does. And after, seeing this, you're just thinking to yourself, Stadia is going to get ripped apart. They're screwed. I mean, no doubt about it, man. After seeing that, I actually I need to get more wind shards and lightning. But after seeing it, I actually felt once again a little bad for Google. Like, Google's putting a lot into it, and because of their price point, I think Microsoft has a better price point, to be honest with you. I'm not saying anything against Google Stadia. I think Google is making the right, they're making, their intentions are good for their company and for consumers. I honestly think that is the case. However, after seeing it, you're like, they just don't have as much accessibility as Microsoft does. And because of that, the services and the price point, content is one thing. How much content, each of these services are going to have is one thing. I mean, keep in mind, developers want to, put their product on as many platforms as possible. Why? Because the more target audience they can, offer it to, the more the developers are going to make. However, now here's the trick. Microsoft's buying up development companies so they can stay, exclusive to PC and Microsoft. Some of the games, if Microsoft owns the studios and the studios aren't independent, then Google can't secure those products without going through Microsoft. And Microsoft, that's their competitor. That's their competition moving forward. And I don't see that happening. I see more or less the problem that Google's going to have is securing. Now, independent publishers and developers, it's fair game. And especially cross-platform and people, the companies can agree to the developers to allow more cross-platforming accessibilities. It's pro-consumer, and that has nothing to do with um, the actual platforms they're preferred on, because it's not about platform. It's not about platforms anymore. It's about, once again, how much each service is going to offer its customers. So it's not giving the developers the competition. It's the competitions between the service models and the price point margins. And I honestly keep looking at Microsoft like they basically just like crushed Google. They crushed them today with xCloud and Game Pass. And this now, it hasn't been announced if xCloud, they're going to make a bundle pack from xCloud, right, and the Game Pass. But they did have a bundle for Game Pass and Xbox Live. And that's $15 a month. And that is pretty damn good, I'll be honest with you. So I'm like, even if I have an Xbox, and I always let my services lapse because I don't like Xbox. I haven't really liked Xbox services for some time now because they got rid of my family pack. And if I get Xbox Live, it's just to play maybe one or two games that I need it for. And typically I trash it because it's a paywall. It offers me nothing other than having to play online. And I don't like that. That's why I like PC gaming in the past. I'm not restricted behind a paywall. I already paying out for all these other things that I have to do for gaming. I have to buy the games. I have to pay for that service. I have to pay for internet. I got to pay for electricity. I got to pay for hardware. Why do I want another paywall? And that's the problem. But this is what I like about Microsoft's game service, because there's ways around it. It's giving a lot of options to the players. It's putting preference back into the consumer's hands. And that's pro-consumer. And they should be more pro-consumer because they win in the long run for that. Oh. Okay. Okay, gotta go white next. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh shit. No way. Doom, 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 doom. God dang it. Oh, yeah. Let's go. or too short? What the hell? Let's go. Pastor got me shrunk. Might as well go in. I'm already small. No healers, go figure. Oh yeah. Yo, Jack, what's up, dude? How you doing? You having a good weekend, man? Sorry, I have to keep checking like the chat in between the boss fights, man. How you doing, man? You having a good weekend? Just got done watching the E3 conference. It was kind of interesting. A lot of things I was expecting a little bit more, but 1 second. You still there, Jack? I don't know if you're there. I'm sorry, man. Like, I wish I could get another monitor. I really do. If I ever come into money, maybe I'll buy another graphics card and another monitor. I I doubt that happens, but I'm not worried about it, but like I can live without another monitor is what I mean. I wish I had it, being able to read people's messages a lot more responsive and faster. Get in there. Oh my God. So close. And a wipe. And a wipe. Got meteors. I'll be damned if I'm gonna die. Still wiped half of us. Thank freaking God. Yeah, like there was a ton of range DPS. Tons. Tons and tons of range DPS before the first wipe. All they had to do was pick up meteors. But they didn't do it. No, 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 no. Nope, couldn't do that. Ugh. I'm like, ugh. Alright. Almost 62. Tank, tank, healer, tank, tank, and tank. I just feel like I'm going to be playing a lot of tank. I just see it happening in my future. Jack, thank you for stopping in today. I honestly think there's a lot to look forward to with tomorrow's E3 with Square Enix. It's all about tomorrow. All about tomorrow. All of it. You know, what's coming out with Final Fantasy VII? What news are we going to be getting for Shadowbringers before its official release? And possibly, and fingers crossed, did they secure a deal with Microsoft? We'll find out tomorrow. And, excuse me. Excuse me. Ugh. And I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. The E3 this year has been like a few leaks, came, to fruition. But like I said, I think Microsoft really took the stage today. A lot of big surprises, especially with Keanu Reeves. Phantasy Star 2 is one of the biggest ones, along with the official date of Gears of War 5. And then on top of it, so Gears of War 5 was impressive. Cyberpunk's release date with Keanu Reeves, very impressive. xCloud, Game Pass, so many things I think Microsoft hit home on today. And especially with Phantasy Star. Phantasy Star is a big indicator because Phantasy Star is already in Japan. It's already available for PC and PlayStation 4 in Japan, not in the West. We don't have it. It's coming to the West. It's coming to the Xbox. It's been announced cross-platform. We can anticipate it being on PC and Xbox, but since it's native to the PlayStation, will we see it also on PS4 NA? I think we might. So, with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. Once again, I'm Mystic Raven. This is Mystic's MMOs. As always, thank you, and have a nice day.